So I don't know a lot about Kiss. I never was a huge fan of their music. I mainly know of them from Detroit Rock City because my brother loved that movie and he would have it on a lot, so I would watch it. And I did get a kick out of it, especially when towards the end there was a Basset Hound appearance. I've always loved Basset Hounds, but that was my main exposure to them, although I've heard about them through pop culture over the years. This is the movie I'm talking about. Now I'm a little irritated because my brother had the DVD, and on the DVD you could see the Basset Hound carrying a frisbee behind this dog here. So I guess they've cut this art, but do notice that right there is Elvis. And of course, that Detroit Rock City came many years after the song that they got the title from. So right off the bat, you get a connection from the song to the movie of the same title. 8416 days. You got your 8-4, and you got your 6/14 Trump birthday, all in the same thing. So from the Detroit Rock City film to his death on 10/16, which is year 611, or upside down 9/11, 9,561 days. 95 plus 61 is 156. And the 156th prime number is 9/11. So right there in your face. And down here you have 314 months and 3 days. The 314th prime is 2083. And the 283rd day of the year is 1010, which showed up in the Emerson Drive music video along with the 910. So if you consider this 1010 plus 3 days, it goes to 1013, which is when Trump signed the peace treaty. I never saw this, but I've heard of it. Kiss Meets the Phantom of the Park. It was a TV movie. Now look at the address of where it was shot. 26101 Magic Mountain Parkway, Valencia, California. So you've got your 162, 216 numbers in there. I mean, it just keeps going. And Kiss Meets the Phantom of the Park equals 416 for your 6/14 Trump birthday. Also, I think Ace is known as the Spaceman or something, so I think this fits. Kubrick fake moon landing equals 216 for another 8-4. And from Kiss Meets Phantom of the Park's air date to Freely's death, 46 years, 11 months, 18 days. You have your 611 in there. You have your 18. Also over here, 4,700.00% of a common year for your Trump presidency number. And it said on the Wikipedia article that Freely was the only one who had a good time making that movie. All the other members of the band were embarrassed by it. And here we have the director of the movie, another Gordon Hessler. He sort of looks like a more demonic Bob Barker, doesn't he? I mean, for real. And look at his death date, January 19th. So you got your 119, 9/11 backwards again. Remember Donnie Darko. released to Sundance that date in 2001, which was the 666 after Fearless. Now, when I think of Ace, I think of Ace Ventura, probably like most people. Well, before I did anything involving Freely, I just decided to have a look at the distance between the first one and the sequel of the Ace Ventura movies. And look at that, released 21 months, 6 days apart. Another 216 for you. And from Ace Ventura, When Nature Calls, to the death of Freely, 29 years, 11 months, 6 days. Your 9/11 forward, your 6/11 backwards. And can you believe that? From the release of the first Ace Ventura Pet Detective, to the release of Detroit Rock City, the film, 2016 days exactly. I mean, time after time again, the numbers match up. And down here we have 66 months, 9 days. Flip the 9 for your 666, also 66 twin number. And both of these films have a basset hound in them. I always make note of that because I love basset hounds. And from the release of Detroit Rock City, the song, to Ace Ventura Pet Detective, 6401 days. Yet your 614 Trump birthday numbers in there. And from the song's release to Ace Ventura, When Nature Calls, 7,045 days. Trump is your 47 president. Now, I can't remember if Kiss themselves are in the first Happy Gilmore movie. I don't think they were. I think it's just a mask that his grandmother wears. But there's some interesting numbers regarding this too. First off, the film was released February 16th, 1996, which of course is another 216. So from the song's release date to the Happy Gilmore release date is 42 days. Yet you're 42 in there, of course. And I thought this was strange. From Happy Gilmore's release to the Detroit Rock City film is 1274 days. The exact same numbers, just rearranged. And here you have your 47. Now, when I think of Ace, the other thing I think of is Stephen King's The Stand, because there's a character who follows Randall Flagg, and his name is Ace High. He's played by Bruce McVitie. Look at his birthday. 10/14, same as Charlie Kirk. And remember, The Stand partially filmed on Fremont Street, Las Vegas, and in Ogden, Utah. In fact, the very first part of the Stand miniseries, which is the one where Ace High appears, aired on 5/8/1994, and Charlie Kirk was married on 5/8/2021, 27 years before. And from Charlie Kirk's birth to Ace High's death, 322 Skull and Bones number backwards, and 42 forwards. Remember, they share the same birthday. And from the final episode of the Stand miniseries, where Ace High meets his end in Las Vegas via Nuke, to the actor's death date is 10,222 days. You got your 222 Order Out of Chaos number. That times 10 is 2220. And over here, You have your 614. Kiss also makes me think a lot of this old noir film, Kiss Me Deadly, which features a lot in Southland Tales. I love Southland Tales, but it's going to take me forever to decode because even 5 minutes of the film is just loaded with stuff. So I might have to do that in parts. But anyway, from the release of Kiss Me Deadly to Freely's death, 25,719 days. Remember, 2 5s is 55, your Satan number. And the 719th prime is 5477. So it's your Satan number with a 77 for Elvis's death year and 45 for Trump's first presidency. And down here you've got your 84, 44 kill number, and 28. And the star of Kiss Me Deadly, Ralph Meeker, died August 5th, 88, at the age of 67. And from his death to Freely's, 44,611. I also wanted to go back to Happy Gilmore for a few minutes to end this. Now, on the cover of Happy Gilmore 2, he's wearing the 18, of course. And in the first film, Joe Flaherty is a heckler who keeps calling him Jackass. Now, he died before the second film came out, but in the second film, they gave him a name so they could give him a gravestone as tribute to him. And that name just so happened to be Donald Zuckerman. And that name equals 162 for your 611 number. And from the release of Happy Gilmore 2 to 611 next year, 322 days, Skull and Bones number. Remember, the first movie was released on 2/16. And Joe Flaherty died exactly 1 year before Val Kilmer on April Fool's Day 2024. And that was 480 days before the release of Happy Gilmore 2 for your backwards 8-4. And I just realized that if you tap in Donald Zuckerman Jackass, which was his insult that he called Happy in the first movie, you get 226, which of course is your Michelle Trachtenberg death date. And remember, the star, one of the stars from Jackass, the TV show, Ryan Dunn, died June 11th. He was born June 11th, 1977 in Medina, Ohio. And then he went on to die June 20th, 2011. And if you go from the death of Flaherty to 611 next year, 801 days, which is your backwards 18, 26 months, 10 days for your backwards 162. And Joe Flaherty died exactly 420 months after the April Fool's Space Needle prank. You know who was born on 420, and of course it's another 42. So I'd say Mr. Flaherty is loaded. But anyway, I got a little off topic. All glory to God. Thanks for watching. Oh yeah, and to end on a happy note, I did find the poster that shows the Basset Hound. There he is. Right there. Frisbee in mouth. Cute little baby. But anyway, again, thanks for watching.